G'day guys, my name's Dave Tran and welcome to another Throwback Thursday edition of a GuitarZero2Hero song tutorial. And by request, today I'll be teaching you how to play You're Beautiful by James Blunt. So this is a really easy song, has no bar chords, some simple chord shapes, and one strumming pattern that's played throughout the whole song. Now if you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to GuitarZero2Hero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. So for the basics of this song, you'll need your guitar in standard tuning and you'll need a capo on the 8th fret of your guitar. This is where James Blunt puts his capo when he plays it live. So let's get stuck straight into the intro/verse. We have 4 chord shapes, which are G. Our second chord shape is called a D add 11/F sharp, but I'm just going to call it a D/F sharp for the rest of the video just to make it easier. So to play this chord, from our G chord, we'll lift our index and middle finger. We'll leave our ring and pinky finger where they are on the 3rd fret relative to the capo. You're going to put the index finger on the 2nd fret of the 6th string and your middle finger will go onto the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And this is our D/F sharp. We have E minor 7. And for this next chord shape, we'll just lift those same 2 fingers and put them both on the 2nd fret of the 5th and 4th strings. That's E minor 7. And finally, we have a C add 9, which is the same shape as a G, except you move your index and middle finger down 1 string. And you don't hit the 6th string. So that's our 4 chord progression for the intro/verse. G, D/F sharp, E minor 7, and C add 9. Now if you're a beginner and you're having trouble playing the D/F sharp, you can play a simple D if you want to, but it just won't sound as good. So now I'm going to teach you the strumming pattern that is used throughout the whole song. So you just need to learn this once and then you can apply it to everything else that I teach you for the rest of this lesson. So the strumming pattern is going to go something like this. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And in succession, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now you're going to play that strumming pattern once for each chord in this intro/verse. So it'll sound like this. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And that's it for the intro/verse. Next we get to the pre-chorus, which is exactly the same as the verse, except the last chord is changed. So instead of going to the C add 9 for our last chord, we're just going to stay on the E minor 7 for 2 strumming patterns. So the pre-chorus will just sound like this. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now we get to the chorus of the song, and there's 4 lines of chords here. So we start with our C add 9, then D/F sharp, and then G for our first line of chords. Now you'll notice that for every line of chords, the C add 9 to the D/F sharp are within 1 set of brackets. And that's going to mean that those 2 chords are played within 1 strumming pattern. Now the point at which you're going to change chords within that strumming pattern will be highlighted in the annotations, but it's the 3rd down strum in that strumming pattern. From the C add 9 to the D/F sharp will sound like this. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And one more time. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then for the first line, the G is played for a full strumming pattern by itself. So the first line will sound like this. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now you play that first line through twice. For our second line, we start exactly the same. We have our C add 9 to D/F sharp. And then for our next 2 chords, we go G and then down to a D/F sharp. But these two chords are just strummed once. There's no strumming pattern for these two chords. So it just goes G, D/F sharp. And then when we get to our fifth chord in this second line, the E minor 7, that's when we go back to our strumming pattern. So the second line will sound like this. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down. So again, that G to D/F sharp, you just strum each chord once. The third line of chords is C add 9 to D/F sharp to E minor 7. And again, that C add 9 to D/F sharp is within one strumming pattern. And then the fourth line of chords is just the C add 9 to the D/F sharp. So that's it for the chorus. So all together, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 down. And then we go back into the verse. So we have another verse, we have another chorus. Then after the second chorus, there's one little extra chord that we need to add before we go into the bridge. And that's just the G by itself for one strumming pattern. So that's just applied to the end of the second chorus only. Just the G chord for one strumming pattern. And then we get to our bridge. Our bridge is nice and easy. There's just two lines of chords. We have C add 9 to E minor 7. And those two chords are within one strumming pattern. Again, the point at which you change chords will be exactly the same as in the chorus. So on the third down strum of the strumming pattern. So you play that first line through 3 times, and then the second line of chords is simply A minor to D/F sharp again. And the strumming pattern's the same, and the point at which you change the chords is the same. So altogether, the bridge will sound like this. Now we get to our final chorus, and our final chorus is a little different to all the other choruses. It's just tweaked a little bit. So now there's 5 lines of chords in this final chorus. The first line of chords is exactly the same. The second line of chords is exactly the same, except in this final chorus, we're going to play that second line twice. And then after this second line of chords, we're just going to add an E minor 7 strumming pattern by itself. The fourth line of chords will be C add 9 to D/F sharp to E minor 7, and the final line of chords is C add 9, D/F sharp, and we end on a G. You just strum that G once. There's no strumming pattern on that last G because that ends the song. That might all sound a little confusing, but just follow along. The total final chorus should sound like this. And that's all the rhythm you need to know for You're Beautiful. Now I'll just quickly show you how to play the lead riff in this song. So for this lead riff we won't need a capo, so you can put that down off your guitar. To start off this main riff, we're going to play the 5th fret of the 4th string with our ring finger. And then with our middle finger, we'll have that on the 4th fret of the 2nd string. Ready to go. And then we're going to pluck that and pull off to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Like that. So hit it and then pull off to the 3rd fret. with your index finger. And then we're going to go back to the 4th fret of the 2nd string. Then we're going to play all of that again one more time. So 4th string, pull off, and then back to the 4th fret. And then we're going to add another note with our pinky finger. We're going to go to the 6th fret of the 2nd string. So far we have this. For our next little chunk, it's just 3 notes. We go to the 4th fret of the 2nd string, down to the 3rd fret, back up to the 4th fret. And then for our last 2 notes of this riff, we go back to the 5th fret of the 4th string, and then slide that finger up 1 fret to the 6th fret. And the total riff. So now I'm going to be playing the whole song in its entirety, and I'm going to have a vocal track on top for some context. So feel free to play this back as many times as you want to practice, play along to, and see how you go. Hope you've enjoyed this lesson. Be sure to head over to GuitarZero2Hero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. If you've enjoyed this, then it would mean so much if you could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and click the little notification bell so that you don't miss out on any updates. Please leave your thoughts, comments, questions, and requests for Throwback Thursday below in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.